What if I told you that I have a method for packing everything you need for a comfortable flight that fits under the seat in front of you, and you never have to dig through a black hole of random travel junk again? Welcome back. I'm Jess of OK's Family Travels. Your personal item bag is an integral part of your travel system. It's your command center for travel days, and how you pack it matters. After years of travel, I've developed a simple system that keeps my personal item organized and makes flying dramatically less annoying. I call it the GEAR method. GEAR stands for Grub, Entertainment, Amenities, and Requirements. If every item in your bag falls into one of those four categories, packing becomes easier, finding things becomes easier, and you stop carrying random objects that seem important at 2 in the morning while packing. Today I'm showing you exactly what I pack in my personal item bag and how I organize it using the brand new Bagsmart Moss 22-liter backpack that was sent to me to test out. So let's pack. Before we get into the gear method itself, let's talk about the backpack. If you're not in need of new gear, just skip to this timestamp. This is the Bagsmart Moss 22-liter backpack. For airline travel, one of the first things I look at is size. It needs to fit under the seat. The Moss comes in at 12.4 by 6.5 by 17.7 inches, which means it works as a personal item on most major airlines, even EasyJet, which is exactly where I want it. One feature I immediately like is the 180-degree U-shaped opening. The bag opens wide so you can actually see what's inside. There are also multiple organizational pockets throughout the bag, which works perfectly with the gear method because each category can essentially have its own zone. It's got a sleek design and comes in 4 of the moment color options. Other travel-friendly features include stretchy water bottle pockets, a luggage strap on the back so it slides over your suitcase handle, a separate rear laptop compartment, and a hidden anti-theft pocket. Basically, it feels like somebody who actually travels designed it. Stay tuned to the end of this video and we'll pack it all up. Now, let's get into the packing method. Let's start with a category that has prevented more travel meltdowns than perhaps any other: food, or as I call it, grub. Because the airline schedules are unpredictable, airport food is expensive, and sometimes your flight gets delayed for 3 hours while the airline repeatedly announces that boarding will begin shortly. My grub section contains snacks, lots of snacks. Not an entire grocery store, but enough to avoid becoming irrationally angry because I haven't eaten since breakfast. We usually hit up the Dollar Tree for snack-sized snacks. I try to pack both healthy and junk to keep both my brain and body in a good place. Next is a reusable water bottle. You can fill it after security and stay hydrated throughout the trip, because flying is basically spending several hours inside a giant tube of dry air at high altitudes. Which brings me to electrolyte packets. These take up almost no space and can make a huge difference, especially on longer travel days. Now let's move on to entertainment, because despite modern technology, airline Wi-Fi remains one of life's great mysteries. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I always bring multiple entertainment options. First up is my Kindle. A Kindle is one of the best travel investments I have ever made. It weighs almost nothing and can hold enough books to get stranded somewhere for several months without running out of reading material. Then there's my phone, obviously. This serves as entertainment, navigation, communication, and occasionally emotional support. For audio, I bring both wired headphones and AirPods, yes, both. If one battery dies, I have backup. I also pack a power bank. Nothing ruins travel quite like watching your battery percentage drop into the single digits while you're trying to find your gate. A power bank is cheap insurance. I also carry a phone stand, and this little item does not get enough appreciation. Then I also bring some analog things. For me, that's usually a crossword puzzle book, because sometimes I want to break from screens, and I carry a pen and a small notebook. The notebook is for travel notes, random ideas, packing reminders, and those moments when my brain decides 35,000 feet in the air is a perfect time to generate important thoughts. I've also used it to play tic tac toe and hangman with my kids. And for longer flights, I'll bring a tiny little travel game. Now, we arrive at my largest category, amenities, also known as the things that keep me comfortable and functional. So, this category is all about minimizing unpleasantness. First up, antibacterial wipes and hand sanitizer. Airports are essentially giant public touchscreens. I wipe down tray tables, armrests, seat belts, and anything that looks suspicious. Compressed towels are another favorite. They take up almost no space and can be incredibly useful for spills and for freshening up. I also carry face wipes, lens wipes, lip balm, lotion, and eye drops. Gum, partly for fresh breath, partly for ear pressure. I also carry dental floss picks because nothing is more distracting than food stuck in your teeth when you're trying to enjoy your trip. And then my tiny little travel pharmacy. I pack this little container with medications including ibuprofen, Zyrtec, Excedrin, Tums, Imodium, simethicone, and cough drops. I also carry a few band-aids and tissues. A small hand fan is another underrated item. I like this because I never have to charge it. A Tide pen is essential for anyone who enjoys wearing clothing while simultaneously being a human being. These amenities fall into the category of items you rarely need until you really need them. I carry safety pins, a nail file, and clippers. I keep an Essence nose ring in case someone in my general area is having a not so fresh day. There's also a tampon, even if you don't need one right now, future you might disagree. A small garbage bag comes with me on every trip. This is just a grocery bag I folded 7th grade note passing style. All our trash from the flight goes in here and I hand it over to the flight attendants once I'm done. And finally, I carry a few gift cards for those flight attendants. This is entirely optional, but it's a really nice way to show appreciation. Finally, we have requirements. These are the things I absolutely cannot travel or go 24 hours without. First is my wallet, because duh, I use a slimmed down version of my everyday wallet. Next are travel documents, including my passport when I'm traveling internationally. I don't care how organized the rest of your packing is. If you forget your passport, your vacation just became a very expensive staycation. Then comes my chargers, because modern travel is basically a never ending quest to keep our devices alive. I keep my keys on a leash so they're easy to find when I get home instead of playing a thrilling game called Which Pocket Did I Put Them In? One thing I always pack in my personal item bag is a complete change of clothes. Not because I expect disaster, but because airlines occasionally have different plans than I do. I also keep my makeup bag in my personal item. Even if I don't use it during the flight, I don't want to be separated from it if my luggage is delayed. The same thing goes for glasses or contact lenses. If you need corrective lenses, they belong with you, not in checked luggage. Being unable to see is a pretty significant inconvenience. And finally, prescription medications. These should always stay in your personal item bag. Always. Not in checked luggage. Not in a carry-on suitcase you might get separated from. If it's something you need to take regularly or in case of emergency, it stays with you. What I love about the gear method is that it's simple. Every item has a category, every category has a purpose, and every purpose has a place in the bag. If you're sitting in your airplane seat and need lip balm, you know exactly where to look. When you're hungry, you know exactly where to look. When your phone battery is dying, you know exactly where to look. No digging, no chaos, no unpacking half your bag into the seat pocket. The organizational layout of the Bagsmart Moss backpack makes this especially easy because there are enough pockets and compartments to give each category its own home. The wide opening also makes it easy to see everything at a glance instead of hunting through layers of travel clutter. So that's my complete gear method for packing a personal item bag: grub, entertainment, amenities, and requirements. 4 categories, 1 organized bag, and significantly less travel stress. I'd love to know what item always comes with you in your personal item bag when you travel. Let me know in the comments because I'm always looking for new travel hacks. If you enjoyed this video, found it helpful, or simply appreciate the fact that I carry enough emergency supplies to survive any minor inconvenience, give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more mildly to wildly sarcastic travel tips, packing strategies, and ways to make travel easier, smarter, and a lot more comfortable. Thanks for watching.